My name's Charné Sampson. I'm the head chef at a Peace restaurant out in Franschhoek, and I've been cooking for close to 6 years now, I think. I don't always have the finances or the availability to give back, and where I can, I try my best to. And I thought this was one of the most amazing opportunities to do that, because you are helping a community with a charity that literally just wants to give back. There's nothing else about it. There's no third party or we have to do this before we can do this. It's literally just making food, serving it to the kids, and doing my part. So for today, I'll be cooking a korma chicken curry with some rice. I chose to do this because there's some protein, there's veg, there's a starch in there as well. And it's just a nice way to incorporate so many different nutrients for little kids with a little bit of flavor and spice added, because that's what I'm all about. When I pick something up, you look at it, check if there's any bruises or cuts on it that's been there before. I also try to think about how often I'll actually use the produce in that particular week. So if I know I'm only maybe going to make a salad once this week, I'll buy a little bit less and try to go to the shops more often than not.
It's always been my passion to feed our community, but I initially started with lockdown. I was working from home, and then the kids always used to knock on the gate looking for something to eat. I can't see people go hungry, especially kids. I can't see them going to bed without food, because that was my life when I grew up, so I wouldn't want anybody else to suffer. And yeah, that's where I started, and it just basically grew. I'm like feeding close to 200 kids. What brings me joy is, especially when they come from school in the afternoon, and I feed at about 4:30, and they sit and they wait in front of my gate, and they're excited to tell me about what happened, what they were taught during the day. And there isn't much time because there's a feeding and you can't listen to everybody, but the one and the two that I single out is always the ones that has the worst experiences at home, because it's like the kids are a nuisance to people, and some people swear at these kids, they use horrible words, they chase them away like dogs. I can literally tell you, they chase these kids away like dogs, and that to me it's not humanity. You know, that's not how you treat a human being. We all have dignity, we all have skins on our faces, and we cannot help for our upbringing. And most of these kids can't help for the situations and the circumstances they are finding themselves in. Food Lovers has been amazing throughout this feeding program of mine. They've been supporting me with utensils. They bought me some utensils, some soup ingredients and some veggies, and also some vouchers to buy, which has been a great help. I am one of the fortunate ones working for a company that is so involved in what I'm doing. And I thank them, you know, from the bottom of my heart. If it wasn't for them, I would not have been able to feed the multitudes that I'm feeding currently.
With children, I think good nutrition is very important because it helps with the development, you know, brain development, just being able to focus when you're at school, and just growth. So if like kids don't have the correct nutrition from a young age, they don't develop well, and then growing up, they have almost, not that they have no purpose, but if you can't focus, if you're not driven from a young age, there's not much that you would want to do as you grow up and get older. So I think it's very important that they learn about good nutrition and it becomes a habit in life. Today was a bit of an eye-opener for me. Look, going into it, you know, okay, we're going to help people, we're feeding people, it's all exciting, but just getting here, you think you know what the need is, and you think like, okay, it's fine, we're just going to feed people, they're going to be happy. But then actually doing it and seeing everybody's expressions and people being just so thankful for such a little, it's like, oh my gosh, can I please just do more? I just want to get more, I'll make more food, I don't think this is enough food. And even just with the sweet treats, to just add that extra little bit of touch, it touches your heart, puts a bit of a tear to your eye sometimes. And I think going forward, like, I'd love to do more things like this and make a difference.